To all my friends in Victoria who are still working from home during this extended lockdown 4.0, I hope that this message finds you well and that you've been managing over the past few days. Today, I have a question for you. It's a question that I've recently been asking a number of members and friends. How many of you have gotten fully dressed over the past 7 days? Now, whilst I don't have statistical data for that question, and I don't know the exact figures, I do know that psychologists and mental health professionals have studied this at length and maintain that getting dressed first thing in the morning during lockdown, whilst seemingly pointless, can actually be extremely beneficial for your mental health and productivity too. That being said, generally it seems that very few people are actually following this advice because after all, when you're working from home, well, let's just say there's not that many people to actually impress. And perhaps I was thinking to myself that this idea of self-perception and the image that we have about ourselves can shed some light on the famous story recorded in this week's Torah portion of the 12 spies, who were sent by Moshe to scout out the land and learn strategic information in order to go up and conquer the land of Israel. After surveying the land for 40 days, these spies returned to Moshe and the people. And much to everyone's surprise, they delivered a most negative report about the land. They say, "We came to the land which you sent us." And indeed, it's true. We saw that it was flowing with milk and honey. However, there's just one problem, that the people who inhabit the land, they're mighty, and their cities are extremely fortified. They say there's absolutely no way that our nation can successfully conquer this land. The consequences, as we know, were devastating. Upon hearing this report, the nation fell into absolute despair, even threatening to stone Yoshua and Caleb, who were trying to impress upon the people to continue to have faith in God. Now, the commentators struggle to understand how such great and lofty men were able to fall so terribly. How could it be that they fell from such great heights to such low levels of ingratitude and absolute disbelief in God? The answer lies in one line that those spies said. "In our eyes we seemed like grasshoppers, and so we were in their eyes." The Torah here highlights for us the direct link between the perception we have of ourselves and the unfortunate outcome that will follow as a result of that perception. If we think of ourselves as low and useless individuals, then that will be the perception that people might have of us. On the other hand, if we radiate confidence, then it'll inspire others to place their confidence in us too. So don't worry what other people think about you, because they're too busy worrying what you think about them. Shabbat Shalom.